had a good all-around game, 4 block shots, 16 points, 11 rebounds. And what about Nick Clifton?
Came in some great minutes.
Nick Clifton, so happy for him. This little plus minus that they have on this stat sheet, what that means is, what is the score when you go in? What is the score when you come out? And Nick Clifton was second on our team at plus 18, and that's phenomenal, meaning that he contributed to an 18-point spread, point differential. Calvin Lettison, 20-point differential, so that just shows you what he did. And then anybody under that, Emir and Hoppa at 16 and 14. So just an overall good game. I still think we have our moments of just lack of intent is what I call it, George. I don't know. Just getting a little too casual with the ball or running your offense and not having the intent to score or the intent to defend. When we want to, we're pretty good.
Coach, you're up, I think, 11 points just before halftime, and all of a sudden you just kind of – I know you were sitting there telling them you took a timeout, telling them don't let up. And
yeah, and we did. That's par for the course. That's how well they listened to me, George. But no, you get a 30-second in the first half, a 30-second timeout in the first half, and if you don't use it, you lose it. And so we went up 15. We were up 15 at that time with right under 2 minutes to go, and I just called it to emphasize, let's make sure we get stops and build on this. Let's see if we can build on it. We could almost put them away, but they went on a 7-0 run at that time. So, and that was okay. That gave me a little fodder for halftime.
of 29 from the floor, shooting 41%. They are 7 of 14 from behind the arc at a nice rate of 50%, and 6 of 7 from the line at 85%. So a nice shooting night for the Scots, who came out firing on all cylinders and came out hot from behind the arc, Scott.
Yes, definitely. And like you mentioned, really hot from the three-point line. I believe their first at least 4 of their 15 points, or at least 4 of their first 5 shots were three-pointers that went in. Libby Gardner definitely having a really good night so far, along with Claire Varney. Good defense by Maryville, as well as you mentioned, three-pointers attempted by Brevard, 16.7%. That is down from 30% that they usually have per game. Also an interesting thing as well is a team that shoots 67% from the free throw line, shooting 55%. Maryville also keeping Brevard down to 29% from the field. So, that's good defense right there.
Yeah, absolutely, Scott. And Claire Varney having a nice game so far for Maryville College. As Scott, earlier this week, she earned her second TSWA Player of the Week mention with 22-point average and 8.3 boards for the week. She almost had a double-double last week on average. She's on pace again to try that tonight, as she's got 10 points and 5 rebounds already. If she does that in the second half, she'll definitely have another double-double. But we talk about the big play of Claire Varney, but also we need to mention the big play of this defense. Obviously, that is one of the things Coach Trevelyan is known for, and he has done a good job of getting his team prepared tonight. They have kept Annalie Bollinger from making three-pointers. She's had one basket go in tonight, a jumper from about 10 feet out. She's got 35 threes for the season. Leeds is in second place in the USA South overall in the most three-pointers for the year, and she's got 0 made tonight.
Right, hey, it's good clamp down defense on her, really making her earn any shot. So far tonight, she's only got 2 points. She's averaging about 13.7 points per game, so keeping her in check. And also Destiny Williams, who's averaging 12 points. She's only gotten 4 points so far, I believe, for tonight as well. So, good defense by Maryville, way to keep her in check, make sure that she's not getting loose. As long as Maryville can continue to play the defense and pile on with the shots that they've been making, continue their good touch in the three-pointers as well. Again, as you mentioned, shooting 50%, Maryville should have a really good game tonight.
Absolutely. We'll see if they can continue the hot streak in the second half, as we're getting ready and just under a minute to get underway. But before we do, we'd like to thank Cookout, our halftime sponsor, and also the other sponsors that make this broadcast possible. Blunt Partnership, GoTees.com, LeConte Wealth Management, Campbell Party Rentals, Kinjo Markets, Airport Hilton, and Firehouse Subs. About 40 seconds remain here on the clock before we get things started in the third. We'll be right back. Second half underway, and Brevard will start off with the basketball. Tight defense as Taisha Washington has the ball, and she's going to get it over to Bollinger. Washington back with the ball, has a look, goes up with a three, no good. Rebounded by Lockwood. Lockwood tries to throw it back to Washington, but she'll throw it a little too far. It'll go back court, and it'll be a half-court violation.
Good defense by the Lady Scots, Heath, as they forced her to have to throw the ball a little further than she wanted to. That makes actually the 10th turnover for Brevard this game.
Libby Gardner with the basketball, and she'll get it over to Varney. Now Wandell gets it inside to Eckenrod. Eckenrod goes up with the basket and good. Nice back down and then turned around with the lefty by Eckenrod. It's now a 39-25 game, and tough defense. Bollinger almost loses the ball, but she'll come down quickly in the corner. She gets it now to the right side of the wing, and coming up top is Washington. Washington turns, hands off to Lockwood. Lockwood up and good. Nice passes by the Tornadoes. And now Maryville with the basketball. Beasley almost losing the handle, but able to recover. She gets it to Gardner. Gardner drives in the lane. They kick it out. Eckenrod with the ball. Now back to Gardner. Gardner will drive. Go up with the shot, and no good. Rebounded by Bollinger. Going to push quickly and push tempo, which leads to an open three opportunity, but deciding not to take it is Reddick. Reddick now goes to drive. She kicks to Williams. Williams up and good, and Williams will draw the foul.
Ethan, they're calling Erin Beasley on that. And that'll be her first for the game, also team first for the quarter.
Williams up and good, and Brevard, the last two possessions, Scott, moving the basketball, and which has led to creating some nice opportunities offensively and two straight baskets. Here comes Libby Gardner, and she'll get it over to Clara Varney. Eckenrod trying to get post up down low. She's guarded by Reddick. She spins and goes up with the shot. Before making the shot, it looks like Reddick's going to get called with the foul.
Right, Heath. That was her third foul for the game and team first for the quarter.
Running out of time, and Varney has to force the ball inside to Beasley. Beasley loses it and kicks it out of bounds. So now the Tornadoes with the ball.
Right, Heath. A little confusion it looked like there. No one was sure where it should be. And unfortunately, just watched as Eckenrod just picked up a foul here at half court. That is her third, team second. Heath. Entering the game is Brooke McCurdy taking Eckenrod's place.
Washington will get it over to Victoria Green. Green tries to get it inside and almost picked off by McCurdy. Green recovers back though, moves the basketball. They'll move it down low to Lockwood, and these passes have been crisp and smooth, and it leads to another basket as Lockwood with another shot, and it's good.
Right, Kelly Wandell is basically getting caught by herself down low. The wings are both playing a little too far outside, I believe, and it's just leaving that center open. They're making easy passes in there.
McCurdy with the ball, now over to Gardner in the corner. Gardner takes it back. She'll hand it off to Wandell, and an end to make, almost comes away with the steal is Green. It'll come away with a jump ball.
Heath, that'll be Maryville's ball. Also coming back into the game is Catherine Upshaw. She is taking Beasley's place.
Get the ball inbounded to McCurdy, who gets it over to Gardner. Now to Varney, and Varney for three. In and out. But able to come away with the rebound is McCurdy as she gives the ball to Upshaw. Now back up top to Gardner, and a tough rebound for the Scots. Varney now with the basketball. Tries to get it over three defenders to Varney, and just nothing happening there as Brevard able to pick it off, and they'll get down the court. Bollinger with the ball. She goes inside to Lockwood, but there to make the steal is Claire Varney, and here comes Varney. Pushing tempo. Turns, spins around, hands it off. Now they get it over Gardner. Gardner, pump fake, shot. And they're going to call Gardner with a walk.
Right, saying she shuffled her feet a little bit. A good thought, good try, just didn't.
Brevard now with the ball. Washington has it as she's on the right side of the wing. She'll get it over to Destiny Williams. Now they're going to hand the ball off to Bollinger. Bollinger drives, kicks. Now over in the corner is Victoria Green for three. No good. Rebounded by Upshaw, and Upshaw is fouled.
Brad Heath, they're going to get Victoria Green on that one coming over the back.
The foul is on Brevard, number 22, Victoria Green. Her first, team second.
And that'll be her first for the game, hit second for the team.
Ball now up top in the hands of Catherine Upshaw. Upshaw over to Gardner. Pick from Upshaw. Now Gardner will get the ball over on the right side of the wing to Brooke McCurdy. Tough defense. Maryville's having some trouble getting into the lane. Gardner in the corner, and Gardner for three. No good. And Hicks had a hand on it, but unable to come away with it. And the Tornadoes now with the basketball. Good defense by the Tornadoes on that last possession. Now posting up down low is Lockwood. Lockwood spins. And with the right hand, and makes the basket. Hicks Scott just doesn't have a chance as Lockwood is just having her way down low. And Wandell now will go over to the scorer's table getting ready to check in. Three-pointer, no good, rebounded by Lockwood. It is a 5-point game, and here comes the Tornadoes. Bollinger with the ball. She'll get it over to Washington. Washington has an opportunity, decides to dribble and drive. Gets around Hicks, goes up with a layup and good.
Hey, Ethan, Maryville's calling a timeout here. It looks like Coach Trevelyan trying to stop this before it gets out of hand.
Yeah, he's seen enough. He's going to get Wandell back into this basketball game. Just an advantage right now for Lockwood versus Hicks. It's not that Hicks isn't giving all she has there on the court. Lockwood just looks like she's got a little bit more of a step on Hicks, and so because of that, Coach Trevelyan's going to bring Wandell back into the game to help with that matchup. They've got to get the ball away from Lockwood and force him to go back to shooting those shots on the outside that they've struggled from so far this game.
Definitely, Heath, and just Maryville needs to get back. Their offense needs to get back into the flow of what they had at the end of the second half or first half. And, just their defense is doing well. They're just getting beat down low on cuts.
Wandell with the ball. Now she'll get it over to McCurdy. Now over to Varney. Varney hands off to Wandell. Now Wandell to McCurdy. McCurdy goes, passes to Wandell. Now back up top to Gardner. Here comes Gardner with the drive. No good. Rebounded by Kelly Wandell. She'll go up. She'll draw the foul.
They're going to be calling that on Krista Davis. It should be her first, and it'll be third on the team for this quarter.
First free throw up and good for Wandell. Scott's now 8 of 9 from the free throw line tonight. Five-point lead for Maryville as Victoria Green has the ball. She'll get it over to Williams in the corner, who will drive. Williams, though, looks like she may have dribbled out of bounds, so the ball will now be turned over, and it'll be Maryville basketball.
Heath, Aaron Beasley is returning to the game. She's replacing Catherine Upshaw.
Also in the game for the Scots, number 32, Delaney Lowry. Varney with the ball. Varney drives, throws it up. She's going to get a foul.
And Heath, that call will be on Destiny Williams.
Number 13, Destiny Williams. Her second, team fourth.
That'll be her second, team fourth for the quarter.
Scott's now 10 of 11 from the free throw line tonight. Much better free throw performance compared to a couple days ago when Maryville shot 56%, a season low. They've been around 75% for the season, but having a really good night tonight as they're 10 of 11 again from the free throw line. Coming up, and Maryville coming away with the basketball. Here comes Claire Varney, and Varney's going to look like she's going to draw a foul on Bollinger.
The foul is
That'll be Bollinger's second and fifth on the team. So Maryville already in the bonus.
Two of two from the free throw line is Varney. So now Tornado basketball. 45-36, Maryville leads. 3:43 remaining in the third quarter. Annalie Bollinger with the basketball for the Tornadoes, and she'll give the ball off to Shakira Thompson. Thompson now over to Williams. Williams with the drive. There's another one of those jump steps. It looks like there's going to be a foul call.
Hit they're calling Varney on a push. That'll be her second, third for Maryville this quarter.
Loose ball goes out of bounds. We'll say Maryville touched it last, and it'll remain with the Tornadoes.
Taisha Washington is entering. She is coming in for Bollinger, who seems to still be struggling a little bit tonight to get anything going.
Washington with the drive and looking for a charge call was Maryville, but they're going to say it was actually a blocking foul, and that's going to be another one on Claire Varney.
And that'll make Varney's third.
Box right here.
He's entering game 4. Brevard is Jatasha Hollinger, and entering in for Maryville comes back. Upshaw.
One of two free throws made there for Washington.
Yeah. And it looks like a call on a delay of game on Black. Looks like what happened was Brevard, number 20, grabbed the ball like she was going to throw it in. Her player's just the one that just scored, so it should have been Maryville's ball.
Yeah, Reddick just didn't realize who had the basketball, but now Maryville does, and Gardner has the ball. She'll get it over to Beasley. Beasley now to Wandell, almost losing the ball there, but Maryville able to hold on to it. This time they do lose it. Davis shoots it down quickly to Thompson. Thompson almost loses the handle, able to recover. She'll get it up top to Davis. Davis now over to Thompson, now back up top to Washington. Washington now to Davis. Davis guarded closely by Wandell. She'll give it to Washington. A pick, and with the drive is Washington. No good. Coming away with it is Hollinger. Looks like the shot clock was not running.
We're one. Two.
And that's got to be tough if you're Brevard, Scott, stopping play right there because of the shot clock, which now you have to inbound with 6 seconds left on the clock.
Right, not enough time to do a lot, so you're going to have to think of the clock and get that shot up.
Up with the basket and no good, and Beasley comes away with the rebound. She'll get it to Gardner. Gardner looking down court as she crosses half court. Drives, hands off to Lowry. Lowry almost loses the handle. She'll get it over to Beasley. Now in the hands of Gardner. Upshaw trying to get open, but being guarded very closely. Inside and making the basket is Kelly Wandell.
Good move by Maryville there. Good passing. Way to see her underneath and open.
Brevard trying to look to get the ball to Davis, but Maryville not having it. Up with the floater, no good is Washington. She comes away with her rebound, but she loses the ball. It'll go out of bounds, and Maryville now will get it.
It's coming in the game for Wandell is Gerald's entering in. This is her second time back in the game.
Libby Gardner crosses half court for the Scots, and she'll get it on the right wing to Aaron Beasley. Beasley now gets it at the free throw line to Geralds. Geralds goes up just a little bit outside, unable to connect on the lefty shot, and now Brevard with the basketball. Thompson will get it up top to Washington. They're going to look to try to get this ball inside to Davis potentially. Scott got a little bit of an advantage here. Pick and roll. Here comes Davis. They hand it off to Davis. Davis up, no good. Gerald's with the rebound, but Washington steals it right back from Gerald's and will go with a jump shot. No good. Davis with the rebound. Kicks it out to Fisher. Fisher over to Williams. We're now under a minute to play here in the third quarter. 10-point lead for Maryville. Williams backs down Gardner. Goes up with the shot, no good, but Gardner's going to get the foul.
The foul is on Maryville, number 3, Libby Gardner. Her first 5 of the team. At the line, Destiny Williams.
I think that was Gardner's first for the game, 5th for Maryville this quarter. And coming back in the game is Avery Lockwood replacing Krista Davis.
0 of 2 from the free throw line. Maryville is still with a 10-point lead. Now 47 seconds remain here in the third. In the corner is Upshaw for 3. No good. Gerald's comes away with it, tries to throw it back in bounds as she's falling out, but Brevard recovers. Destiny Williams with the ball, now gives it over to Washington. 27 seconds left on the clock. About an 8-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock, and up for a 3 and making the 3 is Taisha Washington. Maryville with a chance here for one last shot to end the quarter. 7 seconds left on the clock. Here comes Gardner. Gardner for 3. Bottom!
Beautiful shot.
What an answer. What an answer from Libby Gardner. Time expires as they make a heave, and it will not go in the basket. Your score at the end of the third, Maryville 50, Brevard 40. You're listening to MCScots.com. 1 quarter left to play to determine who comes away with the victory. We'll be right back. Welcome back with 1 quarter left to play. Maryville leads 50-40 as we begin the fourth quarter. Brevard has the basketball to start. And in the corner and up with the 3 is Emily Fisher, as it'll be no good. Rebounded by Varney, but Varney loses the handle. Wandell there to help.
Good recovery by Wandell. Paying attention, sees the ball rolling on the ground, picks it up, saves it.
Eckenrod with a nice pass, and another nice pass as Wandell goes up and makes the shot.
Definitely good passing right there, catching the person open, getting the defense to draw in, getting it over to the open person in the post.
Inside to Lockwood. Lockwood turns around with the jumper, no good. And I believe that's going to be off the hands of Lockwood last. So Maryville now with the ball. Eckenrod to inbound.
Yeah, and Lockwood's one that Wandell and Hicks both have had a lot of trouble with down low, really making both of Maryville's defenders work.
Entering the game for the Tornadoes, number 20, Deja Reddick. Inside to Kelly Wandell. She'll hand it off to Gardner. Gardner kicks to Eckenrod. Eckenrod drives. Goes up with the shot, and no good, but comes away with the rebound, spins. Goes up with the shot again, and they're going to say she was fouled.
Right, Heath, they're going to get Lockwood on that foul.
The foul is on Brevard, number
First free throw up and good.
Heath, you can definitely tell that Coach Rebellion has worked with these young ladies on their free throw shooting. It's definitely a big difference.
Here we go again, a missed free throw, but they get the ball back. Eckenrod drives, and Eckenrod gets another foul.
Heath, that'll be on Emily Fisher down low, and that'll be her first second already in the quarter for Brevard.
And right before the free throw, Lockwood makes her way to the bench, and incoming into the game for the Tornadoes was number 21, Krista Davis, the junior center from Charlotte, North Carolina. Annalie Bollinger with the basketball. She's going to drive and kick. They're going to move it around. Fisher now into the hands of Thompson. Thompson now back to Reddick. Now over on the right wing to Bollinger, and Bollinger has not had an opportunity for an open look all game as Maryville's been all over her, preventing her from shooting the three ball. There, a three-ball attempt by Thompson. Thompson no good, and now Maryville with the ball, and Gardner comes down the court quickly. Unable to make the basket and unable to come away with the rebound. It's going to be knocked out of bounds, and now it'll go into the hands of Brevard as Bollinger will get the ball across half court. She'll get it over to Shakira Thompson. Thompson at the top, hands it over to Deja Reddick. Reddick now on the left side of the key to Anna Bollinger. Davis now with the basketball, and she'll fake the handoff and then pass it over to Thompson. Almost stolen. Davis able to recover. She gets it to Bollinger. And again, shot clock going down quickly. 3 seconds left on it. They go to pass, and they're not going to get it off in time as Fisher, the clock shot is over before Fisher can make the shot.
Good defense right there by Maryville, working hard. You can tell Brevard's really trying to get it to Bollinger, and they're just not letting that happen.
So now 56-40. Maryville with a 16-point lead with 7:41 remaining in this ball game.
And Heath, for Maryville, also Erin Beasley has come in. She has replaced McCurdy.
Barney with the ball at the top. She'll get it to Eckenrod. Eckenrod decides to take a three.
And Heath, they're going to get Libby Gardner on that reach in.
The foul is on Maryville, number 3, Libby Gardner.
Yeah, trying to sneak a hand in there, Scott, and knock it away from Davis, but unfortunately gets a little bit of her own as well.
She does. That'll be their second on Libby as well.
Tornado basketball. Bollinger with the ball. She'll have to give it off to Deja Reddick. Reddick now to Washington, now to Davis. Now in the hands of Hollinger, and back to Washington on the left side of the wing. Good defense, tough defense. Washington with the three, no good. Coming away with the rebound was Eckenrod, but a tough battle between her and Reddick, and they're going to say a jump ball.
And that ball goes back to Maryville, so good defense again.
Ball in the hands of Claire Varney on the left side of the wing. Now she gets it to Wandell. Wandell goes to pass to Eckenrod, and there's going to be another foul.
Right, Heath, you're going to catch Deja Reddick. Looked like she was trying to reach in and swat the ball away, but that makes her fourth foul.
Get the ball inbounded to Kelly Wandell, and Wandell will give it over to Libby Gardner. Varney drives up with the shot, no good, and tipped away from Wandell, and Brevard recovers. Here comes Bollinger with a nice bounce pass to Reddick. Reddick with the shot and the foul.
The foul is on Maryville, number 3.
Heath, that foul's going to be on Libby Gardner. That is now her third foul.
Count the basket and 1 shot for Deja.
Box right here, box right here.
No good is Reddick, and Maryville now with the ball. 14-point lead, 6:21 remaining in this ball game. Gardner hands off to Varney. Varney drives. Shot up, no good by Wandell. Tries to come back and get the rebound, but it goes off her hand and out of bounds.
She had a good look, just about a 15-footer, went 15 and a half, just came off the back of the iron. But I've noticed as Brevard shooting, we have a couple of fans behind us that are kind of making some really interesting noises.
Hey, you do whatever you got to do to mess with the free throw shooter.
Well, it definitely seems to be working.
Yep, absolutely. Here comes Annalie Bollinger, and Gardner guarding tightly, so she'll have to give it away. Now Krista Davis with the ball. Nice pump fake.
Good block by
But then-
Wandell.
Yeah, Wandell comes in and makes a nice swat. Hand off to Eckenrod. Ooh, tipped away by Washington, out of bounds. The ball will remain with Maryville.
And Upshaw is re-entering the game. He's here. She has taken Beasley's position. Also, Lockwood is returning for Krista Davis.
Hand off to Varney. Varney thinks about the three, decides to drive. Goes up with the shot and makes the basket. Varney is on fire.
She has a really good shot. That is her 16th point for the night.
Here comes Washington, kicks it out. There goes Bollinger with a three, and bottom, her first three of the game.
Right, and that is definitely something we don't want her getting hot on now. Maryville still has a good 11-point lead with 4:55 left, but you don't want Bollinger to get hot.
No good. Rebounded by Wandell. Wandell over to Varney. Varney for three. No good. Rebounded by Deja Reddick, and now pushing the tempo are the Tornadoes. And just a bad pass from Reddick. Bollinger unable to get to it in time.
He's coming into the game for
30 seconds.
Brevard will be number 22, Victoria Green, and 2, Shakira Thompson when we return.
Scott, with the timeout, your score, Maryville 58, Brevard 45 with 4:38 remaining in the fourth. We'll take a break, and we'll be back to bring you the rest of this fourth quarter. Back to action, and Maryville with the basketball. Gardner crosses half court, and she'll give it over to Catherine Upshaw. Upshaw now at the elbow to Eckenrod. Eckenrod spins, drives, shot. And she's going to be fouled on the way to the basket.
Right, and that'll be on Jatasha Hollinger. That'll be her third for the game, and now there's 4 fouls for Brevard in the quarter.
First free throw up, and no good for Eckenrod. Second free throw is good. So a 14-point game, and that is Eckenrod's 10th point of the basketball game. Green with the basketball, she'll get it over to Thompson. Now in the hands of Hollinger. Now back up top to Thompson. And coming away with it as they try to get the ball back inside to Lockwood, and she'll get it over to Green with the three ball. No good. Rebounded by Eckenrod. Eckenrod pushes tempo, gets to Upshaw. Upshaw, nice bounce pass to Gardner. And Gardner will be fouled.
Good fast break for Maryville. They were able to catch number 11 there. That again was Jatasha Hollinger. That'll be her fourth. That is now 2 players for Brevard that are in foul trouble.
Free throw up and no good for Gardner. Scott's starting to get a little tired, you can tell, especially with the free throws. 0 of 2 from the line there for his Gardner. Oh, and just loose. And Scott, what looks like just losing, kind of tripping over her feet was Jatasha Heilinger. The refs are going to say she's fouled by Libby Gardner.
Right, Heath, and to be honest, Libby wasn't right there on her. Libby had already backed away from her when she tripped over her feet. I just believe the referee did not have a good angle on that one, but
Absolutely.
That's what happens sometimes.
Yeah, overall, they've called a really tight, close game. It's been a great ball game so far for everyone on the court. I'd say for the Maryville's done well, the referees have done well. Lockwood has had a pretty good game. Her and Davis, the post players for Brevard, have been really tough to stop so far.
Right, and that's what I was talking about earlier with Wandell and Hicks having a little trouble with them. They are really two really good players. So.
Eckenrod with the ball at the elbow. She takes it. She drives. Makes it. Nope. No good. And Victoria Green comes away with it for the Tornadoes. Bounce pass inside to Hollinger. Now Hollinger goes up. No good. Rebounded by Eckenrod. Here comes Claire Varney. 2-on-2. Bounce pass. Upshaw and good.
Good move by Upshaw, too, as she saw Bollinger coming across her. Went up with the shot, kind of hesitated before she put it up. Got her a good 2 and a good lead now for Maryville.
61-45. 3:03 remaining here in the fourth. Green gets it to Lockwood. Lockwood down low to Hollinger, and Hollinger loses the handle.
Entering the game for Brevard Heath is now Emily Fisher. She's returning, replacing Victoria Green.
Eckenrod with the ball. She'll get it inside to Wandell. Wandell passes, but just a little too slow there. And Brevard gets a hand in there and deflects it, but it will remain with Maryville. Get it to Varney. Varney out to Upshaw. Upshaw for 3. Bottom.
Good shot by Upshaw. Good movement with the ball from Maryville as Brevard had gone into a man-to-man defense.
So now a 19-point lead for Maryville. You have to think, Scott, just from what we've seen and even some of the away games, this is one of the best games overall that Maryville's put together for 4 quarters.
It is, Heath.
Looks like they're really starting to figure a few things out, especially shooting the basketball. Offense has certainly improved. Defense is getting better as well. Varney with the ball, one-on-one. She's going to have to give it over to Eckenrod. Eckenrod with the jumper. No good. Rebounded by Wandell. Wandell up top to Varney.
Good job by Wandell also to get the ball back out, allowing Maryville to try to use some of the clock if they can. Heath entering the game for Maryville is number 32. Delaney Lowry. Also entering the game is Shelby Hicks.
Getting the ball inbounded to Brooke McCurdy. Delaney Lowry will take it and go up for the shot, and no good as it's tipped by Davis.
Right, she just kind of ran into a brick wall there with Davis and just had nowhere to go with the ball.
Bollinger loses the handle, out of bounds. Now Maryville with the basketball. Lowry at inbound.
Dribble, dribble.
They're to give the ball to McCurdy. McCurdy will now give it to Lowry. Lowry spins. Goes to drive. Kicks it out to Upshaw. Upshaw. She'll drive. Almost loses it. Goes away with the jumper. No good. Rebounded by the Tornadoes.
The foul is on Maryville, number 32, Delaney Lowry.
And Heath, the foul is on Delaney Lowry there as well. Maryville making some wholesale substitutions as Yarissa Castro enters the game along with Holland Gerald.
Up with the basket in, no good. Now Bollinger with the ball. 24 seconds remain on the clock. Picked by Davis. Good block by Geralds, but they're going to say that she's got a little bit of the arm as well.
Right, a little bit more aggressive on that play. That was good to see by Geralds.
Shot up and no good for Krista Davis. Eckenrod now with the basketball, and Maryville with a chance to just run the rest of this clock out. Eckenrod tries to get it inside to Yarissa Castro, and off the hands of Castro, out of bounds, and Brevard now with the ball. Looks like Brevard will more than likely just run the rest of this out.
Right, the one shot that Bollinger hits was after the clock. So good score, good game by Maryville.
Absolutely. Your final score, Maryville 64, Brevard 45, and a big victory for the Scots.
Definitely Heathen keeping them in the hunt for first place in the USA Southwestern Division as they get ready to play Berea tomorrow.
Now getting ready to come on in just a moment should be Coach Trevelyan here in the post-game show. Your post-game segment brought to you by GoTees.com, your one-stop shop for t-shirts and so much more. Quick turnaround with the highest quality in mind. Go to GoTees.com or call 1-800-360-1965. Yes, sir. And now here with us is Coach Trevelyan. And, Coach, nice win today for your ball club. Big turnaround, tough ball game against Piedmont, but coming out tonight and putting up a lot of points.
Yeah, the Piedmont game, I think, showed our kids that we can compete. And first semester, first part of the year, when I talked about compete, I meant just like get up and down the floor and be physical and do that. Now when I'm talking about competing, I'm talking about executing, I'm talking about defending, I'm talking about really playing basketball at a higher level. And so Piedmont showed that we could do that. We had some chances, and then I like the way the girls refocused, paid attention to scouting report, came out today and defended, and got a really good conference win.
Absolutely. And Coach, you're known for your defense and a great game defensively tonight, but how about the offense? Starting off with 3 3-pointers to begin the basketball game, your team was hot from beyond the arc.
Yeah, today I know we shot it well in the first half. I don't know about the second half. First half, I think we shot it better from 3 than we did from 2. But what I liked in the second half was we got some more inside touches. That offensive rebound that Kelly got off of the missed free throw, and then also gets an and one out of it. We got some things interior that make a big difference because you got to have that balance. I mean, I'd love to go out and say we're going to knock down 23s, but I have zero data to tell me that we're going to do that. So we need to make sure we get that balance of in and out.
Absolutely. Talking about the in and out, Coach, Krista Davis causing a little bit of trouble early in the game, finally started to figure some things out, and the player who really stepped up, I felt like, was Kelly Wandell,
Yep.
who one rebound away from a double-double tonight.
Really? Okay. Well, maybe we can find one in there. Kelly is she's, first of all, a tremendous person, bottom line. But she's also a really good basketball player who just needs opportunity and confidence. And, last year she played behind a couple of really good senior posts. And so this year she's getting more minutes, getting more opportunity. And she's one of those kids who will come in your office and just sit and talk to you and say, I want to be better. I want our team to be better. I mean, those are the pillars of what you're trying to do. And so I love to see her come out and have a really good game like she did today.
Yeah, you've certainly seen a lot of heart from her, especially the last few games, really getting tough down low and not afraid to get physical with the opponents. So certainly congratulations to her. And, Coach, something, I wonder for myself is as we move from today to tomorrow, back to back, how do you give your team enough rest and prep for a game like that?
It's really tough, and I heard another coach in our conference make this comment, and he was exactly right. There's a reason why UConns and Kentucky's and Tennessee, there's a reason they don't do that, because back-to-back is really, really hard. The turnover is really tough from a preparation standpoint. It's also really tough from just a physical standpoint. I mean, you're out here spilling it for 40 minutes, and I don't care if you played a game where you end up winning by 19, you still got to play really hard for 4 quarters. So then you're saying to them, regroup, and then tomorrow play a really good Berea team and come do all that again. It is difficult. You really can't do much on the weekend with it. Where you really have to do it is through the week, and it's something that I've learned. I don't know if I've perfected it, but I've learned about pacing in terms of which days are hard days of practice, which days you shorten it up a little bit, and that's part of where we are. I mean, we're going to play, about 8 more conference games in the next 14 days, something like that. So, I mean, your practices have to be short. They have to be very focused in what you're trying to work on, and then try to give your kids enough breaks so they have legs to come out and maybe make a couple threes.
Coach, Berea, another tough opponent, a second currently in the Western Division. You're currently third, so a good battle there that could certainly shift some things a little bit.
Right.
What does your team need to do to defeat Berea tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow we've got to really defend them in the half court. They run a lot of really good stuff, and they execute, and they have a game plan. Whether they're scoring or they're not, they're going to run their stuff and do a great job of it. So we got to do that. And then on the offensive end, we're going to have to attack a little bit of their full court pressure, and we're going to have to make good decisions when we get numbered breaks or when we need to execute our own stuff.
Well, Coach, we wish you the best of luck, and we'll be back here with you tomorrow. Here again, the ball game at 2 p.m. as Maryville takes on Berea College. We'll see you then. Thanks, Coach.
Heath, I appreciate it, buddy.
All right, as we hand the headset back over to Scott Dunkel. And Scott, a good ball game and a good victory for Maryville College.